Hey everyone, today I'm just making a couple more little ornaments for the craft sale I've been working on for First Light at St. Marie among the Hurons. I have a piece of white cedar in here, which is super soft wood. It chips out a lot. It's probably well, I know it's not the best wood to be working with for this, but it's nice and light on the tree. And what I'm making is little beehive ornaments. And it works out pretty good because no beehives are exactly perfect. There's little nicks and stuff out of them. So yeah, here goes. So white cedar. Just gonna raise my tool rest up a little bit. Make sure it clears. I'm just going to use a bowl gouge to round it out. Well, maybe not. I'll probably use a spindle roughing gouge. Where did I put it? This one. Spindle roughing gouge just to rough it out really fast. It comes off in layers. I don't know if you'll see it or not when I start turning. I've already made two out of this piece and I figured I better get a video up. So anyway, it's just a quick one. Oh yeah, I just have the branch in the chuck. I don't have a tenon on it. It's just in there and tightened down really tight. That's why I have the tailstock up just for support, because it can wobble a little bit, but because it's such a soft wood, it cranks down pretty hard. So, and it's closed to about 1/8 of an inch here, so pardon me. So it does tighten up really well in the chuck. Okay, so it's basically just shaped like a pointy egg on both ends have the egg point. There is a knot right there from where a little branch stuck out, so I will not be putting the hole there. Although I could, it might not tear out as much when I drill out the hole. But I'm just going to sand this down a little bit before I put the beads on it. And a 220. Okay, so when you're using a beading tool, this is a homemade beading tool that a friend of mine made for me. When you're using this tool, you want to be parallel with center, or as close as you can to parallel. And I'm going to lower it just a little bit. I'm going to start in the center and work my way out from both ends, and I leave a little bit of a bead on the top just to keep it rounded. So I'm going to put my mask back on because it's for safety, and if that flies off, it could hurt. Although I won't be turning that fast, only about 300 to 500, somewhere in that speed for doing the beads. And then I'll burn it with a wire. And I use guitar wire for that. So that's 500. You see the tear out that I'm getting? Okay, so you can see the rough tear out I had. That's because it's a very soft wood. If I was using something like maple, you know, it would be a nice smooth bead. And I didn't bring it right down so the beads were rounded because of that. So, but it will take the stain okay. And there's different stains I've been using. I sometimes use the just the colored markers that I have. But this one, I think I will use the actual stain. I'm going to sand this down again. I'm going to drill a hole in, burn the beads in, and then, yeah. Anyway, I might not do it in that order, but I'll do it. So you'll see. Sand first. Again. Right. Now you pick a spot. Maybe I will drill it right in there. Just a little hole for the bees to go in and out. There we go. It doesn't have to be any specific location. You can drill it partway in one bead and partway in the other, or right in the crack. And I want to go fairly deep to make it look like it's actually hollow inside. Make it so it looks dark in there. So that's it. Give it another bit of a sanding here and here. Okay. Now I'm just going to turn this off and round it out, and then I will stain everything, and I'll touch up the bottom after I take it off the lathe. Turn this down a bit more too. yellow. Hear me better? The yellow Bombay Dr. Martens stain. Just dab it on a paper towel and touch it like that. There we go. Nice bright yellow. If this was a darker wood, it would probably look more orange. Oops. And of course my dogs start barking. They want in as soon as I start doing this. Now you could, if you want to get fancy, you could paint it up like a bee and do every, you know, yellow and black beads. But it's not a bee, it's just the hive. And the yellow, I guess, reflects the honey that it's in the hive. So, yeah. I just want to make sure I get it in all the little cracks here, and then I'll part it off, and I have little tiny bees I'm going to glue to it. So if you like my channel, I know these are pretty simple little ornaments sometimes that I do. Don't have a lot of time right before Christmas because I'm doing a lot of sales. A lot of craft sales. Making some money to fund more projects that I like to do. To buy more tools. Haha. There, good enough. Let that soak in for a bit. I'm probably just going to, I might make this the top because it looks like it's a little more bottom heavy here. So I'm going to make the top here. Okay. So I'm just going to saw that off. Got my little Suzanne saw here. Suzanne. Little Japanese draw saw, or whatever it's called, I don't know. But I like this one for little ornaments. Cuts a nice fine. There, just like that. I'm gonna smooth it out a little bit just with a knife. Yeah, there we go. I'll spray it down with a lacquer spray after I get the little eye screw in there. And what I can do right now, what I did with the other end, I tapped it with the tailstock just to put a little indent for the eye screw. So there, I did that. It just helps guide the eye screw in a little better. Yeah, just like that. Okay. So, let's do this right now. Oops. Before I forget, and I'll just do it on camera. Just go round this out a little bit. Doesn't have to be beautiful, because beehives and things in nature are never perfect. Yeah, just like that. A little bit of a sand on the end. Keep it in the camera, because I always have a habit of doing it off camera. Like that. Take a little bit of the paper towel that still has the ink. Yeah. Just like that. Okay, and I'll put the eye screws in after I answer the phone. So there they are. I have one coat of gloss on them, but I might put another one on. But I have to get ready to go to the sale now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch y'all next time.